Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, Chapter 15, Number 11. Suggestion explains nothing. Patients receiving placebos or suggestive wart therapy must not be told that the therapy is a phony, if it is to be effective. They believe they are receiving legitimate medicine which will bring about a cure. To write off placebos as merely due to suggestion explains nothing. More reasonable is the conclusion that in taking the medicine, some sort of expectation of improvement is aroused, a goal image of health is set up in the mind, and the creative mechanism works through the body's own healing mechanism to accomplish that goal. Do we sometimes think ourselves into old age? We may do something very similar, but in reverse, when we unconsciously expect to get old at a certain age. At the 1951 International Gerontological Congress at St. Louis, Dr. Raphael Ginsburg of Cherokee, Iowa, stated that the traditional idea that a person is supposed to grow old and useless around 70 is responsible in large measure for persons growing old at that age, and that in a more enlightened future we might regard 70 as middle age. It is a matter of common observation that some people between the ages of 40 and 50 begin to look and act old, while others continue to act and look young. A recent study found that the oldsters at 45 thought of themselves as middle-aged past their prime, over the hill, while the youngsters at 45 still conceive themselves as being this side of middle age. At least two ways suggest themselves as to how we may think of ourselves into old age. In expecting to grow old at a given age, we may unconsciously set up a negative goal image for our creative mechanism to accomplish. Or in expecting old age and fearing its onset, we may unwittingly do those very things necessary to bring it about. We begin to taper off on both physical and mental activity. Cutting out practically all vigorous physical activity, we tend to lose some of the flexibility of our joints. Lack of exercise causes our capillaries to constrict and virtually disappear, and the supply of life-giving blood through our tissues is drastically curtailed. Vigorous exercise is necessary to dilate the capillaries, which feed all body tissues and remove waste products. Dr. Selye has cultivated animal cell cultures within a living animal's body by implanting a hollow tube. For some unknown reason, biologically, new and young cells form inside this tube. Untended, however, they die within a month. However, if the fluid in the tube is washed daily and waste products removed, the cells live indefinitely. They remain eternally young and neither age nor die. Dr. Selye has suggested that this may be the mechanism by slowing down the rate of waste production or by helping the system to get rid of the waste. In the human body, capillaries are the channels through which waste is removed. It has definitely been established that the lack of exercise and inactivity literally dries up the capillaries.